Government of India, Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us today due to some unavoidable circumstances. But however, we are fortunate to have his special address through video. Shri Krishnendu Paul, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry, Veterinary, Fishery and PWRD, Government of Assam, His Excellency Mr. Simon Wong, High Commissioner of Singapore, Shri Vijay Kumar, Chairman, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Shri Chetan Kumar Srivastava, General Manager, Northeast Frontier Railway, Ministry of Indian Railway, Shri Giridhar Rajgopalan, Deputy Managing Director, AFCON's Infrastructure, Shri Subrat Tripathi, President, Adani Ports and SEZ, Shri R.K. Bansal, Executive Vice President and SBG Head, Roads, Bridges and Formations, RBF, L&T Constructions, Ms. Sonali Ghoshal, Managing Director, Civil Engineers Enterprises Private Limited, and Shri Adil Zaidi, Partner, EY. I would request you all to kindly come forward and take your seats on the dais. Thank you. Namaskar. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Government of Assam, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all to the Assam's Road, Railway and Riverine Infrastructure, India's Expressway to Development of NER and ASEAN countries session organized as part of Advantage Assam 2.0. I would now request Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma to kindly felicitate Shri Sarbananda Sonowal, Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India. Thank you, sir. I'd request you both to kindly take your seats. I would now request Shri Krishnendu Paul, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry, Veterinary, Fishery and PWRD Department, Government of Assam, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, His Excellency Mr. Simon Wong, esteemed High Commissioner of Singapore, esteemed panelists, distinguished guests, respected colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great privilege to extend my warm welcome to all of you at Advantage Assam 2.0, a platform where visionaries, policymakers, and industry experts come together to share insights and forge the pathways for our state's future. A former president of our country, revered late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had said, to succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Today, we stand at a decisive juncture where our collective decisions and initiatives can significantly shape the development trajectory of Assam. With the unwavering support of the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji and under the leadership of our dynamic Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, we are witnessing remarkable progress across the multiple sectors in Assam. Assam is rapidly emerging as a key driver of India's Act East policy, strengthening its position as the gateway of Asia I firmly believe that this event will stand as a milestone in the journey towards making Assam one of the top 5 states in India, a vision that the Honorable Chief Minister has repeatedly emphasized. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Union Ministers and top industrialists who graced the occasion on 25th February. Their insightful discussions and key MOUs with the Assam government have set the stage for accelerated development, enhanced connectivity, and new avenues of progress for the state. On the 25th February 2025, huge number of investments were successfully signed, and today, that is on 26th February 2025, we further took forward to forging even more strategic partnerships that will drive Assam's growth to a new height. We are deeply honored by the presence of Sri Sarvananda Sanwalji, whose leadership and commitment to Assam's progress continue to inspire us. His role in advancing inland waterways and port-led development is instrumental in enhancing Assam connectivity with national and international trade routes. We are honored to have the virtual presence of Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari ji. His visionary leadership is paving the way, quite literally, towards a more connected and prosperous Assam and Northeast India. From highways to lifelines, his commitment to transformative infrastructure is shaping the future of mobility and growth in the region. His vision for sustainable and eco-friendly infrastructure aligns perfectly with the Assam long-term growth strategy. A special welcome to His Excellency Mr. Simon Ong, the High Commissioner of Singapore, who have graciously accepted our invitation to contribute their perspective and expertise. I welcome all our esteemed panelists and speakers who bring global perspective and invaluable expertise to this prestigious event. The focus of Advantage Assam 2.0 is to unlock the state's immense potential in transport infrastructure, IT, tourism, and industrial development. Assam has already taken significant strides in improving connectivity, with major investments in roadways, rail expansion, airport modernization, and inland waterways projects such as new bridges across the Barak and Brahmaputra, the expansion of Guwahati Airport, and the development of multimodal logistics hubs are reshaping Assam's economic landscape and enforcing its role as a strategic trade hub. Our connective decision is to position Assam as India's expressway to Asia, leveraging its geographical and economic strengths to attract investments, foster trade, and create new employment opportunities. The deliberations today will play a crucial role in identifying key areas of growth, addressing challenges, and shaping policies that will propel Assam towards a more prosperous and sustainable future. I am confident that today's discussions will be productive, insightful, inspiring, and action-driven. Together, let us build a stronger, more connected, and economically vibrant Assam. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to all of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Aham. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now present a short film outlining Aham's infrastructure growth story.
Assam, The gateway to Northeast India is a land not just known for its historical and cultural significance, but also for its immense strategic importance. Assam is the sacred land of Makamakya, Shrimant Sankardev, and the great warrior Lassit Borphukan. It is where the diverse cultures of the Brahmaputra and Barak valleys converge, forming a unique identity that blends tradition with modern aspirations. Assam is not just a geographical entity, but a crucial lifeline for the seven sister states. Yet, despite its rich cultural and natural heritage, the full potential of Assam can only be realized with strong infrastructure. Since 2014, under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the entire Northeast has been propelled into a new era of progress. Taking up this responsibility with relentless dedication, Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, has transformed the region's infrastructure challenges into milestones of success. Assam's diverse geography, unpredictable floods and heavy rainfall have historically posed significant obstacles to road construction. Today, the expansion and modernization of Assam's national highway network is being carried out by NHIDCL, NHAI and the Public Works Department. Across 4,077 kilometers, national highways are undergoing transformation. 2-lane highways are being expanded into 4 lanes. New bridges are rising over the Brahmaputra and Barak rivers. For the first time, an underwater tunnel on a national highway is to be built and greenfield bypasses are being developed to ease congestion in key cities. These ambitious initiatives are being implemented with an investment of 91,500 crore rupees, of which 59,500 crore rupees worth of projects have already been sanctioned and are at various stages of execution, while 32,000 crore rupees worth of projects are in the pipeline, soon to be brought to reality. In Lower Assam, the construction of Dhubri-Phulbari Bridge, once completed, will be India's longest river bridge, reducing the travel distance between Dhubri and Phulbari from 250 kilometers to just 20 kilometers. Complementing this, a multi-modal logistics park in Jogighopa, connected to NH17. At the same time, Guwahati, the largest city in the northeast, is on the verge of a major infrastructural shift with the construction of the Guwahati Ring Road. Once completed, this project will not only ease urban congestion, but also boost interstate connectivity, improving access across the region. The NH29, which serves as a vital link to Dimapur, is being expanded into a 4-lane highway. Additionally, NH137, which provides an alternative route to Manipur via Tamenglong, is being developed. In North Assam, the highway between Guwahati and Itanagar has already been widened to 4 lanes, dramatically reducing travel time. Strengthening the network, a new 2-lane bridge at Kalia Bhomora has been constructed. As connectivity improves across the state, Upper Assam, a region rich in cultural heritage and home to Kaziranga National Park, is witnessing projects of historic significance. A new 2-lane bridge over the Brahmaputra in Majuli, the world's largest inhabited river island, is under construction. This region has already witnessed the construction of the Dr. Bhupen Hazarika Setu connecting Dhola and Sadia and is poised to witness many more such marvels. As Assam strengthens its connectivity across all regions, Barak Valley, the gateway to Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura, is also undergoing a remarkable transformation. 4 new 4-lane bridges over the Barak River are under construction. Work is progressing on the Panchgram and Badarpur bypasses. Simultaneously, an alternative connectivity route between Silchar and Guwahati via Paliapul, Hangrum, Mahor is being developed. The investment-friendly environment nurtured by the state government has already attracted private participation in the national highways to the tune of 8,700 crore rupees in the past 2 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision, a sustainable, efficient, safe national highway network for accelerating regional connectivity and inclusive socio-economic growth, along with eco-friendly, accessible, citizen-centric mobility, is not just an aspiration. It is a reality taking shape on ground.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now present Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India's special address through a video.
नमस्कार, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, उपस्थित सभी मान्यवर भाइयों और बहनों, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने मुझे आज के इस कार्यक्रम का निमंत्रण दिया था, पर मुझे आउट ऑफ इंडिया, मैं स्पेन में हूँ, इसलिए उपस्थित नहीं रह सका। इसलिए मैं आप सब लोगों की क्षमा मांगता हूँ। मुझे बहुत सी बात की खुशी है कि आसाम का विकास हो, आसाम में रोजगार की निर्मित हो, आसाम में विशेष रूप से बाढ़ के कारण जो नुकसान होता है उसके लिए कैसे प्रोटेक्ट किया जाए, आसाम का रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसे अच्छा बने, वाटर, पावर, ट्रांसपोर्ट, कम्युनिकेशन, जलमार्ग और जोगी-दोपा जैसे मल्टी मॉडल हब कैसे निर्माण हो, नए एयरपोर्ट, नए रेलवे स्टेशंस, नई रेलवे लाइन कैसे आए हैं, इसके बारे में 2014 के बाद काफ़ी बड़ा परिवर्तन हुआ है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमारी सरकार 2014 में आने के बाद नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास के लिए सबसे बड़ी प्राथमिकता दी गई। एक महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि जब तक उद्योग व्यवसाय का विकास नहीं होगा, ट्रेड, बिजनेस, उद्योग व्यवसाय में कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं आएगी, तब तक रोजगार का निर्माण नहीं होगा, और जब तक रोजगार का निर्माण नहीं होगा तब तक गरीबी, भुखमरी और बेरोजगारी दूर नहीं हो सकती। आसाम को समृद्ध संपन्न बनाने का एक संकल्प मुख्यमंत्री जी ने और उनके सहयोगी ने किया है, और इसके लिए सबसे बड़ी आवश्यकता किसी बात की है तो आसाम का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अच्छा बनाने की आवश्यकता है। मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि 2014 के पहले जो स्थिति थी उसमें मैं इतना कह सकता हूं कि 1947 के बाद जितना रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में काम आसाम में नहीं हुआ, वो ये 10-11 साल में हमारी सरकार ने करके दिखाया। आप याद करें कि ब्रह्मपुत्रा पर कितने पुल थे और आज कितने पुल का काम शुरू और कितने बन रहे हैं। निश्चित रूप से बदलती हुई परिस्थिति आसाम की और नॉर्थ ईस्ट की, ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट और आसाम अब हमारे देश का ग्रोथ इंजन बनने वाला है, और इसलिए रोड मिनिस्ट्री के बारे में मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि अभी आसाम में हम करीब 60,000 करोड़ रुपए के काम लगभग चल रहे हैं। उसमें से बिलासी पास से गुवाहाटी तक 8,300 करोड़ रुपए का प्रोजेक्ट है, 225 किलोमीटर। ये अक्टूबर 2027 में पूरा होगा। जोगी-दोपा मल्टी मॉडल लॉजिस्टिक पार्क के लिए फीडर कॉरिडोर के रूप में काम करेगा, और इसके बनने से आसाम के पूर्व पश्चिम हिस्से के लिए वैकल्पिक कनेक्टिविटी हो जाएगी। सिलचर से चुराईबारी तक ये 6,700 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है, 121 किलोमीटर है। दिसंबर 2028 में ये पूरा होगा। बराक नदी पर 3 नए पुल और 4 लेन के पुलों का निर्माण, पंचगांव तथा बदरपुर में बाईपास का निर्माण, और असम और त्रिपुरा का बीच बेहतर कनेक्टिविटी हो जाएगी। जो तमेंगलोंग से माहूर तक 3300 करोड़ रुपए 80 किलोमीटर 2 लेन पे शोल्डर का काम दिसंबर 2026 में पूरा हो जाएगा। ये आसाम से अरुणाचल के लिए वैकल्पिक मार्ग बनेगा। तमेंगलोंग से माहौल की 220 किलोमीटर की दूरी भी इससे कम होगी। एक महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट है सिलचर से वरगेटे तक। यह सिलचर आइजवाल कॉरिडोर का हिस्सा है, और बराक नदी पर 4 लेन का नया पुल इसमें बनेगा। ये 3,000 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है। 49 किलोमीटर 4 लेन है, अक्टूबर 2026 में पूरा होगा। डबोगा से लोहारीजान तक 2400 करोड़ रुपए, ये 118 किलोमीटर 4 लेन नवंबर 2025 में पूरा होगा। आसाम और नागालैंड के बीच कनेक्टिविटी अच्छी हो जाएगी, खनिज और कृषि उत्पादक के आवागमन को भी फायदा मिलेगा। सिलचर से जिरीबाम, ये 2200 करोड़ का 33 किलोमीटर 4 लेन का दिसंबर 2028 में पूरा हो जाएगा और 770 मीटर की 4 लेन टनल तथा 4 आरओबी का भी निर्माण इसमें हो रहा है। डिब्रूगढ़ से लीडो तक 1900 करोड़ 167 किलोमीटर, इसमें डिंगबोई और थिरिटा तथा लीडो में बाईपास का निर्माण है, यह अक्टूबर 2026 में पूरा हो जाएगा। कंडुली जान गांव से ओयान तक 1800 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है, 82 किलोमीटर 4 लेन मार्च 2027 में पूरा हो जाएगा, जिसमें आसाम और अरुणाचल के बीच बेहतर कनेक्टिविटी हो जाएगी। श्रीरामपुर से घुबरी तक 1600 करोड़ का 54 किलोमीटर 4 लेन, यह मार्ग एक्सप्रेस कॉरिडोर के घुबरी फुलबारी ब्रिज से जुड़ेगा, ये भी दिसंबर 26 में पूरा होगा। अब मैं बाकी भी बहुत से प्रोजेक्ट की जानकारियां मेरे पास है, पर मैं उसमें आपके लिए समय नहीं गंवाऊंगा। मैं आने वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि जल्दी ही करीब 80,000 करोड़ रुपए के महत्वपूर्ण काम जल्दी ही शुरू होने वाले हैं और मैं इसके लिए आसाम की जनता को विशेष रूप से बधाई देता हूँ। पहला रोड है गुवाहाटी रिंग रोड ग्रीनफील्ड, ये 5,800 करोड़ रुपए का है, 55 किलोमीटर 4 to 6 लेन का रोड है, दिसंबर 2027 में इसका काम पूरा होगा। बेहटा चरियाली से नरेंगी होकर सोनापुर तक 55 किलोमीटर ग्रीनफील्ड का हिस्सा है और करुआ नरेगी के बीच ब्रह्मपुत्र पर 3 किलोमीटर 6 लेन ब्रिज का निर्माण हो रहा है। ये ब्रिज करने में आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने बहुत बार मेरे पास आकर इसके बारे में डिमांड की थी। अब इसकी सब फॉर्मेलिटी पूरी हुई, टेंडर भी निकल गया, टेंडर भी जिसको दिया वो भी पक्का हो गया है। अब आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी से मैं अनुरोध करता हूं कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के द्वारा वो इसका कभी भी भूमि पूजन का कार्यक्रम रख सकते हैं। गुवाहाटी से बारापानी से सिलचर तक ग्रीनफील्ड कॉरिडोर, ये 25,000 करोड़ का है, 167 किलोमीटर 4 लेन है, जुलाई 2025 तक पहले हम इसको अवार्ड कर देंगे। गुवाहाटी से सिलचर तक पुराने मार्ग में लैंडस्लाइड से घंटों में जाम रहता था, 50 किलोमीटर की दूरी इससे कम होगी, अभी 10 घंटा लगता है, ये प्रवास केवल 4.5 से 5 घंटे में होगा। इसके साथ साथ नुमालीगढ़ से धोपुर, ये अंडर वाटर टनल है, इसकी कीमत 15,000 करोड़ है, 37.5 किलोमीटर 4 लेन की है और मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि हमने पूरी फॉर्मेलिटी पूरी कर रही है। आज मैं ये 15,000 करोड़ के टनल की घोषणा कर रहा हूं कि जुलाई 2025 के पहले ये अवार्ड हो जाएगा। ब्रह्मपुत्रा नदी के 40 मीटर अंदर 12.5 किलोमीटर की ट्विन ट्यूब टनल और अभी 223 किलोमीटर दूरी तय करने के लिए 6 घंटे लगते हैं। टनल से नुमालीगढ़ से धोपुर केवल 25 मिनट में पूरा होगा, ताकि इसके कारण एक नया आसाम के डेवलपमेंट को, आसाम के ट्रांसपोर्ट को एक नई दिशा मिलेगी। गोपुर से ईटानगर की दूरी 40 किलोमीटर है, असम में अरुणाचल 1 घंटे में है। बाद में जो महत्वपूर्ण है कि काजीरंगा, ये वर्ल्ड के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी महत्वपूर्ण डेस्टिनी है और काजीरंगा राष्ट्रीय उद्यान में हमने ये तय किया कि हम 6,000 करोड़ रुपए खर्चा करके 35 किलोमीटर का एलिवेटेड रोड बनाएंगे। इसका टेंडर हो गया है और 35 किलोमीटर एलिवेटेड रोड और 50 किलोमीटर 4 लेन मार्ग का हम निर्माण कर रहे हैं। पहला हिस्सा 18 किलोमीटर का है, रेनूसर्स के लिए होगा। दूसरा हिस्सा 11.5 किलोमीटर का, ये टाइगर के लिए रहेगा और तीसरा हिस्सा 5.5 किलोमीटर एलिफेंट के लिए होगा। ये एलिवेटेड रोड मध्य प्रदेश के पेंच वाइल्ड लाइफ की तर्ज पर बनेगा। एलिवेटेड रोड में साउंड प्रूफ उपकरण लगाए जाएंगे ताकि वाइल्ड लाइफ को डिस्टर्बेंस ना हो। इसके साथ साथ मोरीगांव से दलगांव, ये 3,250 करोड़ का 40 किलोमीटर रोड है, जो जुलाई 2025 के पहले अवार्ड होगा। इसमें ब्रह्मपुत्रा नदी पर प्रमुख पुल 9.41 किलोमीटर का है। अभी 181 किलोमीटर दूरी तय करने के लिए 4 घंटे लगते हैं, अब वो केवल 140 किलोमीटर दूरी कम होगी। और ब्रह्मपुत्रा ब्रिज से मुरीगांव से दलगांव हम करीब 50 मिनट में पहुंच पाएंगे। मुझे लगता है कि जहाँ जहाँ ब्रह्मपुत्र पर हो, अनेक जगह पर हमने ब्रिजेस बनाए, बाकी भी छोटे मोटे काम है। मैं ये विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि 2014 से आज हमारे इस समय के 5 साल में 15 साल जब पूरे होंगे तो आसाम में हम 3 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज़्यादा काम हम करेंगे। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी इसी प्रकार से विकास कर रहे हैं। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट ये पर्यटन के लिए आकर्षण का केंद्र है और अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनने के कारण निश्चित रूप से मुझे लगता है कि आसाम के विकास में, रोजगार निर्माण में बहुत बड़ी बढ़ोतरी होगी। और एक महत्वपूर्ण है कि जोगीघोपा ये भी काम लगभग पूरा हुआ है। मैं आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को कहूँगा कि इसका भी उद्घाटन हम जरूर करेंगे। बाद में एक और बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बात है कि कामाख्या मंदिर हमारे लिए श्रद्धा का स्थान है। गुवाहाटी रेलवे स्टेशन टू कामाख्या टेम्पल ये अंडर हमारा बिल्डिंग पे है और इसकी 1.43 किलोमीटर लेंथ है। और ये प्रोजेक्ट आप भी इसका भूमि पूजन कर सकते हैं। मैं आपको विश्वास देना चाहता हूं कि जो ट्रैवल टाइम 45 मिनट का था वो केवल 5 मिनट का होगा। और इसमें करीब निश्चित रूप से जो दर्शनार्थी आते हैं उनके लिए इसका बहुत बड़ा फायदा होगा। और इसके साथ पोल्यूशन भी कम होगा और सिटी को डिकंजेस्ट करने के लिए भी उपयोग होगा। इसका भी भूमि पूजन माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी आप ले सकते हैं। आपने मुझे जो महत्वपूर्ण और बड़े प्रोजेक्ट बताए थे, लगभग वो प्रोजेक्ट पूरी तरह उसके निर्णय हो गए हैं। इसके अलावा और अनेक प्रोजेक्ट हैं जो हम कर रहे हैं और मेरा विश्वास है कि आसाम निश्चित रूप से समृद्ध संपन्न बनेगा। और विकास में जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है कि हमें आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाना है, $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनानी है, वर्ल्ड की 3rd लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी बनानी है, ये सपना निश्चित रूप से आसाम के विकास के साथ ही पूरा होगा। अगर ये सपना पूरा करना है तो आसाम का भी विकास करना होगा और निश्चित रूप से आसाम इसमें बहुत बड़े प्रमाण पर कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। और एक महत्वपूर्ण बात है जो मेरा रुचि का विषय है कि बाम्बू में, नुमालीगढ़ में हमने रिफाइनरी डाली है, इथेनॉल बन रहा है बाम्बू से। अब बाम्बू से CNG बन रहा है। अब बाम्बू से एविएशन फ्यूल, हवाई ईंधन तैयार हो रहा है। हमारा किसान अन्नदाता था, वो केवल अन्नदाता नहीं ईंधनदाता बन गया। इथेनॉल बन रहा है, CNG बन रहा है, हाइड्रोजन बन रहा है। और वो ईंधनदाता नहीं तो अभी हमने बिटुमिन भी बनाया, राइस स्ट्रॉ। और हमारा 1 किलोमीटर रोड जबलपुर नागपुर में बनाया जो बिटुमिन रोड से 1.5 गुना अच्छा है। और इसके बाद बिटुमिन दाता भी किसान बन गया। और अब हवाई ईंधन दाता है, यानी एविएशन फ्यूल भी तैयार कर रहा है। पानीपत में ये प्लांट की शुरुआत हो गई है। आसाम में भी बाम्बू से, राइस स्ट्रॉ से निश्चित रूप से मेरा विश्वास है कि हम एविएशन फ्यूल भी बना सकते हैं। मिथेनॉल आसाम पेट्रोलियम के पास है, उसके ऊपर का ट्रांसपोर्ट आसाम में आएगा। हमारी बसेस इलेक्ट्रिक पर आ रही है और मेरा विश्वास है कि बाम्बू और पर्यटन ये आसाम के विकास में और बढ़ोतरी करेगा। मैं निश्चित रूप से इस बात का विश्वास देना चाहता हूँ कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट का गेटवे आसाम है। टी स्टेट और टूरिज्म और हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स आसाम में बहुत विकसित हुआ है। इन सब पोटेंशियल को विकसित करते हुए आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की आस्था भी है, प्रयास भी है लगातार कि वो आसाम को विकसित करना चाहते हैं। और इस उनके काम में भारत सरकार की ओर से मेरा विभाग पूरी तरह सहयोग करेगा और आने वाले समय में टोटल 3 लाख करोड़ के काम आसाम में करेगा। और गुवाहाटी रिंग रोड बनने के बाद, ये काजीरंगा का ब्रिज बनने के बाद, ये टनल्स ब्रह्मपुत्रा के अंदर से बनने, इमेंस टनल बनने के बाद आसाम का चित्र बदलेगा। एयरपोर्ट, रेलवे स्टेशन, इसमें भी काम हो रहा है। कनेक्टिविटी के साथ बाकी बातों में भी सुधार हो रहा है। उद्योग भी आ रहे, इन्वेस्टमेंट भी आ रही है। और इसलिए समृद्ध संपन्न आसाम बनने की जो प्रक्रिया गतिशील हुई है उसके लिए मैं दिल से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं सभी मुख्यमंत्री जी को, मंत्रीगण को और आसाम की जनता को उनके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूं। और आपके इस विकास के कार्यक्रम में मैं और मेरी मिनिस्ट्री आपके साथ पूरी ताकत के साथ खड़ी रहेगी, ऐसा विश्वास दिलाता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
Can we have a big round of applause for the Honorable Minister, please? Thank you, sir, for laying out your vision and sharing your valuable insights. I would now request Shri Horbananda Khonwal, Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, to kindly address this August gathering.
नमस्कार। आज की जो कार्यक्रम है, इस कार्यक्रम को रचना करने के लिए बड़े ढंग से इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमारी असम प्रदेश की लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी, जिन्होंने एडवांटेज असम 2.0 इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इसी नाम से ये कार्यक्रम रचना की और लक्ष्य तय की कि हम आप सबके सहयोग से असम को आत्मनिर्भर असम बनाएंगे और असम को आत्मनिर्भर असम बना के हम भारत को आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनाएंगे मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। तो ये आज की कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित हमारे प्रदेश सरकार के मंत्री किशन पाल जी, हमारे विजय कुमार जी, हिज एक्सीलेंसी सिमोन ओंग जी, चेतन कुमार श्रीवास्तव जी, गिरिधर राजा गोपाल जी, सुब्रत त्रिपाठी जी, बीके बंसाल जी, मैडम सोनाली घोषाल जी और आदित्य जैदी जी और उपस्थित सभी भाइयों और बहनों, मैं सबसे पहले डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी को हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं। आपने असम को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए विकास के रास्ते पर तेज से आगे ले जाने के लिए जो भी आपने कदम उठाए हैं, इसके वजह से आज असम जाग उठा है। और हमारे लिए सबसे बड़े एडवांटेज तो मैं मानता हूं यही है कि मोदी जी देश के प्रधानमंत्री है। ही इज द एडवांटेज फॉर इंडिया, फॉर असम, क्योंकि इसके पहले भी कई सरकार हमने देखी है और पिछली सरकार में असम हो या नॉर्थ ईस्ट का कोई भी प्रांत विकास के रास्ते पर चलने के लिए उनको दिल्ली से कभी भी मदद नहीं मिलती थी। लेकिन हमारे देश के आदर्शवादी नेता, दुनिया के सबसे लोकप्रिय नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जब से प्रधानमंत्री बने, सिंस 2014, पिछले 10 साल के अंदर उन्होंने जो मजबूत कदम उठाए, सही नीति, सही कार्यक्रम, सही परियोजना रचना की, जिसको सुशासन व्यवस्था के जरिए जमीनी हकीकत से जोड़े, जिसकी वजह से आज देश को ताकत मिला है और हर नागरिक को आत्मविश्वास मिली है। और इसी आत्मविश्वास के जरिए सबको लगने लगा है, हां, हम भारत दुनिया का सबसे मजबूत विकसित देश बन सकता है। आपको नहीं लगता है क्या? मुझे जो दायित्व सौंपा गया है, खास करके पोर्ट शिपिंग वाटरवेज मंत्री होने के नाते मुझे यही मैंडेट दी गई है कि जलमार्ग की विकास के सिलसिले में कदम उठाए, whether it is ocean road, sea road or inland waterways. In 3 sectors, my ministry is committed to undertake all kind of relevant initiative with scientific and technological incorporation, so that this is the mode of transportation which is always known to be cost-effective, environment-friendly, and seamless, and no congestion. But if you compare the other mode of transportation, whether it is road or rail, then you will discover the difference. So that is why nowadays entire global family, whether it is America, whether it is China, whether it is Europe, any part, everywhere, now every nation trying to become a very, very strong maritime nation by developing waterways, sea road, coastal shipping, etc., etc. And that is why Honorable Prime Minister, under his visionary leadership in the last 10 years, this ministry could able to register lot of success story in many parameters. And as a result, now under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, we are also aiming to become the leading maritime nation by 2030. And in the shipbuilding, this ministry wants to become the number 5 shipbuilders in the world. So this is the target Honorable Prime Minister has set for this ministry, and as a follow-up action, we are taking all the relevant and adequate initiative at the grassroots. In the sector of Assam, as you know, we are blessed with many river and tributaries, like Brahmaputra and others tributaries. We have got enormous resources in the water. And these waterways can provide us better connectivity, better communication, and better opportunity to generate income and also create avenues for the employment generation. And that is why in the last 10 years, whatever investment has been made to promote the national waterways of Assam, it is exemplary. Since 1986, the National Waterways Authority of India was constituted, and since then, up to 2014, there are only 5 number of national waterways. That was limited to 5 number. And the cargo handling capacity was only 18 million metric ton. Now, look at the figure. Honorable Prime Minister's untiring effort, visionary leadership, his most innovative ideas ultimately generated a lot of optimism and also inspired this ministry to promote the cargo handling capacity from 18 to 133 million metric ton. That is the difference. That is the transformation. When you talk about the transformation, Honorable Prime Minister, right from the beginning, always saying and appealing to the people of the country, look, if you want to bring transformation, first of all, you will have to reform, perform, and transform. That means you will have to make the reformation in many sectors, supposing in the sector of policy, in the sector of program, in the sector of legislation. That is why this ministry has undertaken legislative transformation by bringing National Waterways 2016, then by bringing the new legislation, that is Indian Vessel Act 2021, to make India united by way of bringing this legislation, one nation, one registration. Earlier, what was the hardship for movement of a vessel from Brahmaputra to Ganga? Because there were lot of difficulties, because every state you will have to seek permission to move your vessel from one national waterways to the other national waterways. But now, because of this bringing this uniform policy, bringing the changing in the legislation, ultimately made India united, integrated, and this is the principle of, I believe, Honorable Prime Minister has taught us to follow the principle of PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. That is why the rivers ways now connected through the multimodal logistic park with the mode of roadways and railways, and also intermodal, that is waterways and roadways. So this is the way this ministry is functioning, and I'm happy to announce that to promote this National Waterways 2, River Brahmaputra, and National Waterways 16, that is Barak, both the rivers have enormous potentialities to provide the better opportunity for smooth cargo vessel movement, passenger vessel movement, and cruise vessel movement. So that is why Honorable Prime Minister has directed us to take all the adequate initiative, and ultimately we could able to develop the infrastructure by constructing terminals and jetties, and also bringing integrated offices at Dhubri and Guwahati and Dibrugarh, which will have Ministry of Finance, Customs, Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, and Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways. Three ministries will be integrated in the same building. Ultimately, it will be easily accessible for the operator to have all the relevant documents to drive their vessels to the targeted destination. And that is why I'm very much happy that Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, under his dynamic leadership, he's taking a lot of initiative to create the ecosystem for better investment environment. Dr. Sarma, you deserve all kind of congratulations. So this ecosystem is in the 21st century highly essential. If you fail to provide the best possible facilities for the investor, if you cannot create the homely atmosphere for them, then no one is going to come. And yesterday, I was here. I was sitting and listening to the very, very meaningful speeches of the experienced and success story writers, leading business houses of the country. And they have expressed the highest level of satisfaction about the Assam environment. And we must be thankful to Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, because of his special attention, his special love and affection, his special support. Now we are growing fast. Don't you believe that? इतना शांत रहने से नहीं होगा. ये इन्वेस्टमेंट समिट है. आप सबको इस विषय पर जोड़ना होगा, because सबका साथ सबका विकास, that's the principle, that is the power, that is the vision, that is the integration, that is the unity of existence. So I believe this always been there in the principle of Honorable Prime Minister, and because of his able leadership, visionary leadership, now India could able to position its status on the international diaspora with credibility, with visibility, with acceptability, and with a lot of expectation. So I believe today every Indian feels proud to glorify the extent of service rendered by Honorable Prime Ministers. And he has already set the target very clear for every Indian citizen. Please come forward. Let us work hard. In the next 25 years, by 2047, we are going to become the top developed country in the world by way of making India Atmanirbhar, self-reliant. in this very, very important journey, I want everybody to take part. And Assam, one of the most resourceful states, the people of Assam are very beautiful, very cultured, very educated, highly skilled, and this beautiful natural greenery, and we are all blessed with water resource, forest resource, human resource, cultural resource, spiritual resource, lot of resources. So this is the gift of God. Now, with our scientific planning and strategy and better incorporation of our latest technology, artificial intelligence, I believe we could standardize our position in such a manner which will be commanding in the global stage. So I sincerely thank Honorable Prime Minister for his blessing and support. I still remember, Dr. Sharma, when I was Chief Minister, you were the Finance Minister. We are together organized the first ever Advantage Assam. So in 2018, and that time also we got blessing and support from Honorable Prime Minister and leading business houses. That is the beginning. Now that legacy is very, very kind of with dedication and credibility keeping forward by Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. So I do not want to make prolonged speech here. Simply I want to let you know, because all other ministries are all like telling you about to what extent they are going to invest for the infrastructure growth in the state of Assam. And I, from the Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways, in many sectors, we are in the next 5 years going to spend more than 4,800 crores. In this, we are ship repair facilities, alternate road from NH 27, construction of IW terminal at Bogibeel, development of inland waterways terminal facility at Jugighopa. These are the project, and 10 IWT project under Sagarmala scheme, water rupees 646 crores have been already approved. And these are the important facilities, and also we are going to develop one of the center of excellence for maritime skill development. It would be a kind of very, very premier institution which will skill the youth of Assam and Northeast, and to the volume of 5,000 every year, and which should be distributed among the shipping liners across the world, and they will function there as a seafarer. So this is the level we want to promote Assam and its status, and also our ability to be explored in such a manner that tomorrow they become a very, very important service provider for the nation and for the world. And I believe with these few words, I hope that all the participants, I am sincerely thankful to all of you, and your positive mindset and also support you have extended. This is the kind of energy this government is getting from you, and this support I sincerely want to be sustainable. Please continue to support every time, so that people of Assam, all the part of the state become well connected with the speedy growth of the state, and also under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Ministers, we definitely could assure you that this state definitely contribute a sizable amount of revenue to the speedy growth of India to become self-reliant. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Sharma.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words of encouragement. We would now proceed to the panel discussion, and the moderator of the session is Shri Adil Zaidi, partner EY. And the esteemed panelists are Shri Vijay Kumar, Chairman, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Shri Chetan Kumar Srivastava, General Manager, Northeast Frontier Railway, Ministry of Indian Railways, His Excellency Mr. Simon Wong, High Commissioner of Singapore, Shri Subrot Tripathi, President Adani Ports and SEZ, Shri Giridhar Rajagopalan, Deputy Managing Director, AFCON's Infrastructure, Shri R.K. Bansal, Executive Vice President and SPG Head, Roads, Bridges and Formations, RBF, L&T Construction, Ms. Sonali Ghoshal, Managing Director, Civil Engineers Enterprises Private Limited. Well, we indeed have a great team to delve deeper into this topic. I would now hand over the session to Shri Adil Zaidi, Partner, EY.
Thank you very much. Respected audience, my panel members, firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to the Honorable Union Minister, the Honorable Chief Minister, and the Honorable State Minister for this important session. And sir, we are privileged to have you for the entire session and look forward for your suggestions and the guidance how infrastructure can be enhanced in the state of Assam. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that every dollar invested in the infrastructure sector has larger impact on the GDP. If I take an example, $1 invested in infrastructure increases the GDP by 6 times. So realizing the importance of investments in the infrastructure sector, in the last 10 years, the Honorable Prime Minister and his government has done tremendous work across all the value chains of the infrastructure sector. We have heard the Union Minister for the Roads and Transport Highways telling about the increase of 3 times of investments in the road sector per day basis. The railways have seen a significant increase in the capital expenditure. If I can tell the numbers, is 77 increase in the capex in the last 5 years across all the projects, whether it is doubling of the railway lines, important of the gauges and stuff. The Honorable Minister has talked about the investments in the inland water transport. And we have seen in last 5 years, the traffic has increased almost 6 times in the water sector as well. So with that, I would like to take the opportunity to ask all my respected panel members here what they believe, what we are doing right, how the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Chief Minister in the state of Assam can be looked upon, and how we can bring more efficiency in the logistic space and also bring the private sector money in the infrastructure sector. So with that, I would like to start my first question with Mr. Vijay Kumar, who is the Chairman, Inland Water Authority of India. Sir, the IWAI has seen tremendous investments in the sector. What do you think are the next steps in terms of plans for the IWI, and especially on the investments on the national water too, which can bring Assam in the global footprint for the East Asia as well as for the Northeastern region?
Thank you, Mr. Jayadi, sir. Answer with your kind permission. So as our Honorable Minister has already spoken, Assam is getting a lot of focus from the IWI, from the ministry. We will be investing about close to 5,000 crores in the coming 3 to 4 years for development of IWI sector in the state. So we are going to develop this sector in a very integrated and focused fashion. First component of this sector would be the fairway maintenance, the dredging part. Brahmaputra National Waterway 2 is a very mighty river. It carries about 900 million metric tons of sedimentation every year. This is the highest of any major river in the world. For comparison's sake, Nile carries about 111, Mississippi carries about 131. So the biggest challenge is how to maintain adequate water depth in Brahmaputra. So to achieve this, for the first time, end-to-end dredging contracts have been placed. DCI, the Dredging Corporation of India, has been given the responsibility of dredging NW2. From Bangladesh border to Pandu, they are maintaining this dredging through their contracts with the various contractors. They are maintaining an assured minimum depth of 2.5 meters. For the remaining stretch, almost 7 dredgers have been deployed. by DCI, which are basically departmental dredgers of IWI. So maintenance of adequate water in the river will not be a problem. That is where the special focus has been. The second component of this strategy is having adequate number of terminals on the National Waterway 2. Recently, Honorable Minister inaugurated Jogi Gopa Terminal, which is equipped with all the modern facilities. And as he mentioned, it has got immigration, it has got customs, all the facilities in the same building. We also constructed Bogeybil Terminal. Pandu and Dubri have already been strengthened. Third most important part is repair of vessels. Right now, if a vessel has to be repaired in Assam, it has to travel all the way to Kolkata. It takes about a month of sailing to reach Kolkata. To address this issue, under direction of Honorable Minister, we are developing a ship repair facility at Pandu, which is almost nearing completion, should be ready by the end of this year. That is phase one of it. We also plan to expand it further. That will boost the local economy, create an ecosystem for vessel repair in Assam. Then we are also looking at providing vessels. 15 vessels are being provided to Assam government under CSS scheme. We are already running a scheduled service in our own vessel from Kolkata to Pandu. This facility is running very smoothly, is carrying cement, is carrying steel, is carrying gypsum, both ways. The next component of this is greening of the sector. For greening of the sector, the ministry has come up with the Harit Nauka scheme. In the meanwhile, within the next 6 months, we shall provide 2 hybrid electric catamarans to Guwahati. Then another important component is urban transportation. We are looking at creating water metros in Guwahati and in Dhubri. The studies have already been awarded. This will decongest both the cities. Then in terms of cruises, Brahmaputra offers huge opportunity in cruising because of the greenery, because of the presence of various national parks on the river. So cruise sector is already booming here, and we are providing special cruise jetties at 4 places in Nimati, in Bishwanath Ghat, in Seal Ghat, and Goyan. If we look at all these components together, the missing part will be the skilled manpower. So to ensure that the youth of Assam, that the young men here, the women here, they get training in the IWT sector. As Honorable Ministers announced, we are constructing a regional center of excellence in Jogi Gopa, which will train the youth here for employment in IWT sector, for employment in maritime sector. So all these components taken together will help in realizing the potential of NER region, the potential of Assam region, the potential of NW2 and NW16. In terms of investment opportunities for the investors here, I will just highlight 2 points. One, cruise. The cruise sector here is booming. I just had a meeting with cruise operators last month in my office, and they were complaining of congestion on the river. So there is huge demand of cruise facilities here. Some of the cruise vessels are charging as much as $1,000 a day, and they are booked. This is an area of huge opportunity. Second opportunity is in cargo sector. As we have created the fairway, we have provided terminals. Lot of options exist for vessel operators to come in. In fact, Renus Group, a very, very big logistics group in Europe, in Germany, they have already surveyed NW1 and NW2, and they want to bring in about 100 vessels to both the waterways. So my request to our investors, our industries, there is huge opportunities in the waterway sector, both in cargo and in cruise, and you're welcome to exploit them so that the whole sector grows. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kumar. I would say real progress in the inland water space, and very interesting time for the private sector to come in and play a very important role here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that there is an echo on the dais. We have been not able to listen, so I would request all my panel members to use that podium. I'll take a question from there, and then you can speak from there. Moving on, we have very important and very significant investments in the railway sector in the state of Assam. I would like to now request Mr. Chetan Kumar Srivastava, who is the General Manager with Northeast Frontier Railways, to talk about some significant investments in the railway sector in the state, and especially what are the plans for improving the freight investments or the freight infrastructure in the state of Assam and its neighboring states.
Namaskar. Honorable Chief Minister Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sarvanand Sonowal ji, all the dignitaries on dais, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Indian Railway is very much focused on Assam, considering its geostrategic location, connecting the or serving as a gateway to Northeast as well as South Asian countries. Bharti Rail, Indian Railways, as you know, is a government organization purely. So any kind of development, sir, it depends on the budgetary allocations. And I am extremely happy to share with you the budgetary allocations during last 10 years have been at least 5 times of what it used to be earlier. This year, the budgetary allocation for 25-26 is rupees 10,400 crores. I could have never imagined. Actually, I have spent 35 years in railways and almost 25 years plus I have grown with the resource crunches. But I'm really happy. I'm seeing the day, the times when there is no resource crunch at all. Now, after this budgetary allocation, it all depends on utilization of these funds so that we can develop the world-class infrastructure for Assam. I'll just give you a brief what we are doing. Every year, almost 170-175 kilometers of track route kilometers we are adding. In last 10 years, we have added almost 1,800 plus route kilometer in Northeast area, which is bigger than the Sri Lankan railways. And then coming next, the electrification. If I talk about it, the railway electrification is such a thing. Out of total 4,396 route kilometers in Northeast area, if you go 3 years back, we were less than 50% of the route kilometers electrified. Now, last year we did 930 kilometers, and this year so far, we are going to do 1,100 route kilometers plus. Coming 6 months, we will complete balance 200 to 300 kilometers, and complete Northeast would be electrified. So that is how it is going to bring a sea change. Now, next is, you know that Assam, always we talk about chicken neck. So chicken neck is also, there is a big issue. We have double line in the chicken neck, which is difficult to serve our purpose because Northeast area is a vast. So we are working on not only third line, the fourth line is also coming in that chicken neck area from Malda to NJP. Apart from this, there will be 22 kilometers of underground track to take care of our army requirements. That is also there. One of these, I mean, fourth line can be taken as a freight corridor also, which we talk about a lot. Because later, beyond NJP up to Guwahati, we have so many routes. We have 4 lines already. So there is no dearth of capacity beyond that once you cross the chicken neck. So chicken neck, we are going for 4th line also. I'm really proud of it. Then you think about whatever we have completed works in the Rangia division, from New Bongaigaon to Akthori via Rangia, and then New Bongaigaon to Ajra via Gwalpara. Doubling we have completed this year already. So apart from this, we are going Lumding to Farketing. Doubling work is sanctioned, tenders have been floated, some of the work have already been awarded. Another milestone thing is that the Brahmaputra Bridge. Right now we have in between Akthori and Kamakhya, the bridge is having only single track rail line. We have this year only a sanctioned bridge having 2 rail lines and 3 road lines above it. So another bridge is going to come up. Simultaneously, it's not, the story doesn't end here. I mean, the Kamakhya Guwahati 3rd line is sanctioned, the work will start soon. And to take care of some of the traffic, the congestion at Guwahati area, we have a bypass survey being done from Baihata to Panikheti. That will also have another bridge on the Brahmaputra. So all these things are game changer projects. You will see within 3 to 5 years these things will come up and change the whole equation in the northeast area freight operations as well as passenger traffic. Then as far as modernization is concerned, we are doing automatic block signaling works. Up to New Jalpaiguri, the works are being commissioned in next 3 months. Up to Guwahati, we have sanctioned, we have awarded the work up to Guwahati, not only automatic signaling block as well as Kavach, considering the safety. Then I'm happy to share you again, in last 10 years, 478 ROBs or RUBs we have done in this area, eliminating so many level crossings that will ease out, that will allow us or enable us to increase the speed of the trains. We are working on modernization of 50 railway stations in Assam particularly at a cost of 1,800 crores. Those all work will be completed within this year only. So this is how we are going to build up lots of infrastructure in Assam.
Thank you, Mr. Srivastav, and I'm sure with such an extensive plan the railways have, it will definitely contribute Assam to become a logistic hub for the gateway for the Southeast East Asia as well as for the access from the northeastern states. Moving on, if I request Mr. Simon Wong, His Excellency, he is the High Commissioner of Singapore, because our 2 important pillars for this investment summit is investment and infrastructure. We have seen what infrastructure has done for the state, but we need investments. So, Mr. Wong, I just want to request if you can throw how Singapore has been able to bring private sector investments and what kind of strategies and the plans that the state of Assam can adopt to bring private sector investments for the infrastructure creation.
Thank you. Honorable Union Shipping Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister Paul, my fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. If you look at the logo of this August event known as Advantage Assam 2.0, you will notice one big feature in the logo that perhaps many people have missed. It's a check. For Singapore, I can only speak for Singapore and Singapore businesses. I would like to congratulate Honorable Chief Minister and his team. It's a check for me. The program that you have curated so immaculately has left a very deep impression on Singapore and our Singapore businesses. And I dare say you have also, and your team has also left an indelible impact on the 61-member diplomatic community who also came to join in AA 2.0. I came slightly earlier, a day before AA 2.0, and I'm going to stay on a little longer simply because since the last time my Singapore delegation came in Advantage Assam 1.0, where Honorable Union Minister was still Chief Minister, I look at the folder and I look at what are the promises both you, then Union Minister Sunova, and then Finance Minister Dr. Sharma, you have promised AA 1.0, and I would like to report to everybody, it's a check for me. Again, promises made, promises delivered. When I look at the whole of Assam development in the infrastructure eyes, I look at it from a business point of view. Infrastructure, whether is it in road, railway, or waterways, are the key chakra points of a state or a country. If you cannot have a full union of all the chakra points, it's very difficult for businesses to come and invest. These days, businesses, factories, industrial park, they are into plug and play. They cannot be asked upon to build infrastructure. It is the incumbent on the state and the union government to provide those key infrastructure points. And as I look in the map in Assam, I see what the state and the union ministries have done for Upper Assam, Lower Assam, and the Barak Valley. And all three areas are of top-class design. I thank you very much, and I'm very, very impressed with it. Narrowing down from the state, I personally went to, and my team have gone to take a look at your semiconductor development in Jogi Road. It is a well thought out plan of concentric circles and well connected by future-proof design, a 6-lane highway connected by Jogi Road railway lines. You are going to retransform the old Guwahati airport into a cargo airport space. All these are very future-proofing of your ambition as a semiconductor center in Assam. If I go further down south to Lower Assam, I see the MMLP development and also the inland waterway ports that Union Shipping Minister you have inaugurated last week. Is very, very impressive. The whole Jogi Gopa development is another logistic industrial area whereby Assam has become the center to link up with Bhutan's Galapur Maipuna city and downwards towards Chittagong port in Bangladesh. It is most impressive for us. So in short, I want to let our audience know, both international and also local, that really the state has big plans, and I have no doubt in AA 3.0, I will check more boxes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wong. I think this is a very valid point that you have mentioned, that we need to bring more multimodal integrated projects which can bring the logistic efficiency in the state for the private sector participation. Moving on, we have Mr. Subrat Tripathi, who is the President, Adani Ports and SEZ. Sir, my question to you is that if we have to compete with China, we need to bring logistic efficiency in the state. So what do you think, how Assam is faring on the LPI, Logistic Performance Index, the multimodal integration, and what do you think that 3 things that the state has to do to improve its export competitiveness? You can use it here.
Thank you, Adil Bhai. Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Honorable Union Minister, sir. Honorable Minister, Government of Assam, His Excellency High Commissioner Singapore, fellow panelists, the wonderful audience at Guwahati, to you, greetings from APSAZ, Namaskar, and a wonderful welcome to all of you, please. Multiple thoughts come to your mind when you sit on a performance on a conclave like this. Assam 2.0 is about investment, is about infrastructure. Much has been said about building bridges. We heard the Union Minister speaking very proudly, and I am privileged to attend many sessions with him, motivated and excited when he speaks about the multiple bridges, multimodal as they may seem, across waterways, across coastal routes, bridging and uniting the country and opening up the trade and commerce of India to the world. Also has been spoken about the road bridges. The Union Minister for Roads and Highways spoke about the multiple bridges, including Bogeyville. What I feel, and Honorable Chief Minister says, Assam is at a point of inflection. It has seen multiple investments in the last 10 years, such that has not been in the past history. And I personally believe Assam is today not just building bridges over rail and road. Assam is building bridges to prosperity and to progress. When you look at Assam, you cannot look at it in isolation to its cultural, economic, and historical significance. Now today, I have a very anomalous situation. Post-independence, you have a chicken neck which makes it what is popularly called in management jargon, the tail wagging the dog. Now when the tail wags the dog and you cross all your goods across to India and to the world through this, you have a situation where it is plagued by inefficiency, time, cost. Now these are the things that LPI wishes to address. When Adil Bhai asked me about LPI, let me talk to you about the Logistics Performance Index. In 2014, India was at position 54. To the many multiple initiatives launched by Government of India in full participation by the PPPs, which is the public-private sector participation across the various sectors, whether it is transportation, it is telecommunication, it is about airline industry, it is about communication industry, and more importantly, about maritime industry. This has unleashed a force which says that India today, in 23, since the scores for 24 are yet to be released, India stands at a score of 38, a very significant, remarkable development. Now, how has this development come? The World Bank, which did the study, identified that India's logistics costs are somewhere at 14%, making it cost inefficient and destroying the competitiveness of Indian exports in the world and Indian products in the world. If you want to place India into a global village, and India, when it is Atmanirbhar to itself, it can also become a manufacturing warehouse and a factory to the world. And since we talked about a China Plus strategy, let us see what is it that in China, the logistics costs are about close to less than 10%. If you have to compete, it's a combination of infrastructure and procedural developments. Infrastructure, you've heard about what is being happening on the rail, road, airline connectivity, and the IWT especially. Now on the procedural part, the land customs and the customs procedures and a certain digitalization of tracking and tracing of products and consignments will place Assam products in the world in the appropriate time. But before we go to the world, let us also look at the character of the logistics industry in the world. In the world, the rail is predominant and the water is the most efficient. Unfortunately, in India, the road is about 60%, the rail is 30%, and it's a non-negligent water transport until you have the Union Minister driving it and saying from 18 million tons to more than 150 million tons. I think he deserves a big citation for that. And such a thing would not happen if the NW1 and the NW2 in conjunction with NW16 and the protocol routes through Bangladesh are harnessed. So today you have a situation, if for a moment I look to take history out, and if I were to go from, let's say, Silchar to Patna, I would be undertaking a journey cutting across what was erstwhile India to 950 kilometers. Unfortunately, we have to track it and come to about more than 1,500 kilometers, which means a delta of 500 kilometers. That leads to time and inefficiency. Products of Assam. When I look at Assam, I was reading the Honorable Chief Minister speaking very passionately about developing Assam in a wholesome manner, comprehensively, touching every aspect of development, including putting rural hearts into urban nodes. Now, what is Assam? For me, when I look at the logistics, I look at the acronym of Assam. For me, Assam stands for, you know, when he talked about heart, I thought my heart is HHA and maybe 3 or 4 T's. H for hydrocarbons. Who in India does not know that this was the base for dig, and we discovered petrochemicals and gases. When I look at the horticulture and the ability of Assam to have horticultural products, which unfortunately take 15 days to reach Delhi, 25 days to reach Mumbai, and we haven't even tracked it as to how it can go from a ICD from Amingaon or from an airline to other parts of the world. Look what logistics industry changes the world. A Suez Canal means that 12% of the world's trade is routed through Suez Canal. A Panama Canal means that more than 1,850 shipping routes are routed through the Panama Canal. What is it that Assam needs to do? Assam needs to have a combination of multimodalism, a thrift of industry, a manufacturing base, so that the unleashing of the heart, hydrocarbons, horticulture, agriculture, and what was Assam always known, tea, trade, tourism. This, sir, for me is the new HATTT, the heart of Assam. It could be the heart or it could be the heart as we will look at it. Now, when we look at the further logistics and the IWT which has been developed, a roadway, and the Union Minister has been pursuing the protocol route. Today, to come from Kolkata port on NW1 and to come across to NW2, you have to undergo a very long distance route. And if you were to transact goods from, let's say, Sahibganj on NW1 and come into Kolkata and come right up to, let us say, into the multimodal hub of Jogigopa, you will be undertaking a journey of more than 1,880 kilometers. The new protocol route of 5 and 6 through Bangladesh will mean unleashing a geographical unit that it should be. So when we look at Assam, we cannot isolate it from the rest of India with the Seven Sisters and also the BBIN protocols and the kind of liabilities and obligations India has towards Nepal, Bhutan, and also the other South Asian countries. So when you unleash BBIN, you are basically seeing that water transportation, road transportation, rail transportation. With rail also, General Manager spoke about the many things. I will only request, sir, please expedite your 3rd and 4th line on the chicken neck, and also get a new route to go to North India through Forbesganj, Araria, and Fursadganj. You're working on that. These will open up multiple routes. So the choke points that Assam is experiencing today needs to open up, because when they open up, the opening up here means that you are actually removing the barriers which stand for optimization of products getting out. That optimization can come through cost effectiveness, can come through and competitiveness, which will come through a combination of multimodalism. Therefore, the idea that India has that we must come down to a score of 25 and a logistics cost of less than 10%, much of it is nestled in Assam under the stewardship of Honorable Chief Minister and the Union Minister. I would like to congratulate and felicitate them for taking on this very audacious ambition of developing Assam into a new thing. When I look at another route, and Honorable Minister is aware of that, sir, the Kaladhan route. You have often spoken about the Kaladhan route. Harnessing Assam, no, as I said, you can't look at Assam in isolation just to itself. It is the point that joined the Seven Sisters and also the other countries, including Myanmar. Now, if you want to open up a route today from Kolkata to Sitwe port, then through an IW route through Kaladhan, you come up to Silchar and open the lower part of Assam, including Manipur, Meghalaya, and Mizoram, so that these exports can find routes across the world. So for me, it's a combination that will unleash the forces which will bring the LPI down and make export competitiveness first in the country. Why should India be deprived of the beautiful turmeric that Assam produces? Why should India be deprived of the lovely chili that Assam produces? Why should it take 35 days to reach Mumbai? Perishable goods, by the time it has lost its value. Today, value is contained in its ability to transport itself in right time and right place. That is the essence of logistics. Sir, you are working, as I felicitate you. We will also look at air transportation for such pharmaceutical and horticultural goods that your state produces in abundance. So, sir, while I congratulate, I will request that you cannot look at air form of transportation and procedures together. As you said, sir, it is investment and infrastructure. And along with that, if I were to sum up, it is not just advantage Assam for me. It's not a single A, sir. It's a triple A. As we say in rating agencies, a triple A rating. Today, Assam, under your stewardship, is a triple. And for me, triple A is advantage Assam, accelerated Assam, accentuated Assam. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Mr. Tripathi. I completely agree that in order to bring the logistic efficiency and logistic costs down, we really need to have a modal shift from roads to railways to water transport. While railway can continue as a last mile connectivity, but we really need to have investments in the water sector as well as in the railway sector. Our next speaker is Mr. Giridhar Rajagopalan, who is the Deputy Managing Director, FCONS. Sir, you have been working in this geography for many, many years. Given the challenges that this topography poses, what are the key challenges that you believe the private sector is facing, especially on the EPC side? And what are the key considerations that EPC contractors and the private sector people like you would see from the policy and regulatory point of view to make things happening at the fastest manner as much as possible?
Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister for Ports and Harbour, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry Assam, His Excellency High Commissioner of Singapore, my fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. First, let me take this opportunity to thank Assam Advantage Assam for giving us an opportunity to present my thoughts on the question that is now posed towards me. Infrastructure is the key to the growth of a nation. There is no doubt about it. When it comes to infrastructure development, Assam as a state is a hilly terrain. And hilly terrains bring along with it its own set of challenges. From a contracting perspective, let me put forth a few of the challenges that we have had as an experience, having worked a lot in Jammu and Kashmir, building a large part of the Udhampur-Srinagar-Barmila rail link, as well as the Jammu-Udhampur National Highway. Now, when we look at hilly terrain, there are challenges before the project is launched. Two important documents that needs to be generated before a project is launched are the detailed project report, and second is the design basis note. These actually form the spine of a project. Unless lot of energy and effort is put into these two documents, it will not lead to a successful closure of the project on time and within the costs that are envisaged. So the prerequisites for this, as we go into a new project, is to look at an environmentally sustainable growth. When we say environmental sustainable growth, it's all encompassing. But what needs to be looked into is that one, be it a road or be it a rail project, the alignment should meet the purpose for which it is being built. Second, it should have minimal land acquisition. And third, most importantly, Assam has a lot of scenic picturesque scenery. And it is important that the design encompasses and ensures that there is minimal damage to this environment. So with these three main issues would be the geology, the geotechnical detailing, the geophysical analysis, and finally forming the DPR and the DBM. These are some of the key challenges. I remember some time back, Honorable Minister for Highways had once expressed in one of these forums that he was not very happy with the quality of the detailed project reports. And even today, I think there is a lot of room for improvement. So this is one thought I leave behind for the people who develop these things. The second question which he delved upon is what's the type of contract that would be appropriate for executing these complex projects. With my experience, I think the Government of India under Niti Aayog has given a very nice basic document. There is also for EPC projects, the Yellow Book of FIDEC documents. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, while the contracts are being awarded, some of these specific clauses in the agreement are modified without taking a holistic view of how the document has been developed. Because one of the key concepts of this document is to apportion the risk to the party who is most competent to handle the risk. And when you start tampering with the clauses in isolation, it leads to a lopsided contract, leading to delays in the project, both in terms of time and in cost. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajagopalan. We'll definitely take these points forward with the departments who are rolling out the new contracts for the state of Assam. Our next speaker is Mr. R.K. Bansal. He's the Executive Vice President, L&T Construction. Sir, Honorable CM has shown his vision of developing 1,400 bridges across the state, the underwater tunnels, some of the marquee projects that the state will be taking over in next 2 to 3 years' time. As one of the largest construction giant, what are the private sector efficiencies, and especially on the global technologies, that the player like you will bring to the state of Assam to make the projects happen in the real time with minimum cost overruns and cost over time?
Thank you, Adil. Thank you for the question. And first of all, Honorable CM Sir, Union Shipping Minister, I think he just left, Minister, Government of Assam, Honorable Commissioner, High Commissioner, Government of Singapore, my fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, greetings to you from Larsen and Toubro. I think the question is very apt. Bridges, especially in Assam, I think one bridge a day is the slogan, and I must compliment Assam for this, wonderful achievement. I think no other state in the country can boast of this kind of, frantic construction that is happening in Assam. We ourselves are participating in this endeavor. Two of the major bridges we are executing for the state of Assam. One of them was shown in the film also with the NHIDCL, the Dhubri-Fulbari Bridge. I think once completed, it will be the longest river bridge in the world. The other bridge we are doing very close to Guwahati, Palasbari to Sualkuchi. I think bridges, they have the capacity to transform the complete infrastructure landscape of the state of Assam, being blessed with a lot of waterways and, the mighty Brahmaputra River. And it is very essential, I think the question is very apt, how we can use modern technology, how we can use modern construction methods to develop better bridges, faster construction. I think a few of the points that can be made here. One is, to maximize the use of prefabricated components in the bridge. The entire superstructures today are being prefabricated. We ourselves are using a lot of segmental construction. I think we can take a clue from the bullet train project that is being done in the western part of the country. Their entire full span of the superstructure is being precast in a single piece, enabling construction to happen much more faster. In fact, every day one span is being finished. Today, what we take 15 days for one span erection, it can be done in a single day. I think that is the kind of speed that you can achieve with having modular construction, more advanced technology in prefabrication. Similarly, use of better material, high performance concrete we can use in bridges, especially the superstructure, to not only build much more durable, stronger bridges, but also once again to increase the pace of the construction, which is today a paramount requirement, because as a country, as a state, we require to catch up with the infrastructure development. Second is, how can we use better equipment to, increase once again the pace of construction. Today, I think much, more advanced equipment is available and also being developed in the country. Something like a, rear feeding launcher. In especially a state of Assam where, there is heavy monsoon, there are floods, where work does get suspended at least for 3-4 months in a year because of the high water. If we use better equipment like a rear feeding launcher, bigger gantries, then you can continue the work even during those kind of periods where, today it is not possible to do the work. Similarly, a lot of what things were mentioned about inland waterways. We have aspiration to use the waterways for, transportation. So this requires, the ability to move ships in the water channel, and for that you require long span bridges. And for long span bridges, I think today cable stay bridges are what is required. There are, very advanced technologies available today for long span bridges. We can go as high as 200, 300, even 500 meters with cable stay bridges. That kind of technology can be used to, develop much better infrastructure. Similarly, we can also use much more eco-friendly material today. And we are using it in a large extent in our projects, use of fly ash, use of GGBS, use of soil stabilization techniques in construction. I think they will promote not only, more sustainable construction, better environment, also it optimizes the cost and the time. Also, one more important thing that can be today harnessed is using more efficient, better technology for survey, mapping, and also for bridge health monitoring. We have seen so many accidents happening on bridge sites. I think what is very much required is how we can incorporate, much more efficient, much more, modern techniques of monitoring the bridge health. They will give us real-time data of the performance of the bridge and warn us about any potential accidents. Similarly, even during construction, we can use IoT. Lot of artificial intelligence techniques are being used. As L&T, we use them in a lot of places, and the same can be utilized even in a bridge construction. You also asked about tunnels. I think in Assam, with its very unique topography, geography, tunnels are very much required, and we could see that there are many projects that have been planned for tunnels. Today, I think the way forward is using tunnel boring machines. They not only are much more safer, much more faster. In fact, large diameter tunnels today can be done using tunnel boring machines. We have used up to 12.2 meter diameter for the Mumbai Coastal Road, which we recently completed. I think one of the landmark projects that we have done for the state of Maharashtra and for India. I think we can use that in a much more bigger way in the state of Assam for all the tunnels that can be used. Similarly, there are techniques that are available today, much more modern techniques are available, have been developed for stabilizing the slopes, stabilizing the inner side of the tunnels, which may not only make the tunnel construction much more safer, but the whole project becomes that much more efficient, much more durable. So I think these are some of the few things that we can, take forward as a state, as a country. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bansal, for stressing upon use of more prefabricated and precast technology over in situ technology. Ladies and gentlemen, our last speaker is Ms. Sonali Ghosha. She is a Managing Director, Nightingale Group of Companies. Sonali, I just want to understand, being in this sector for many, many years, what are the innovative PPPs that you believe that the state of Assam should incorporate or should encourage to augment or speed up the construction activity across all the sectors?
Thank you, Mr. Khan. The Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma ji, His Excellency Mr. Simon Wong, High Commissioner of Singapore, the dignitaries present on the stage and off the dais, a very good afternoon. A very good question that you have posed. PPP model, the public-private partnership. It has been extremely successful in healthcare, operations of airports, and I used to often think, why not in the road and infrastructure development? Whenever government takes up any project, a lot of effort, time, energy, and especially fund goes into pre-construction activities such as land acquisitions, settlement relocations, utility shiftings, deforestation, afforestations, and many more of such activities. And by the time it is time to take up the actual execution of the project, a fund gap can also arise. So if private investors do come in with the government, then I think this is called the risk-sharing PPP model. So this distributes the risk of both financial and performance-related infrastructure building, which makes large-scale projects more viable. Including private sectors in the road sector in a PPP model can also help in bring more newer technologies, additional technologies, and government of Assam has already been quite active in including new technologies and policies in terms of designing of roads and infrastructure. Quality. If the government agencies are released of the responsibility of execution, then they can focus more on the quality aspect of the supervision of the work. So if private partners are included for execution, for construction and maintenance of the works and construction of roads for a certain period of time, then I think even quality can be achieved more through these PPP models. And definitely with considering Assam's strategic location, as my other panelists have mentioned, Assam is already well connected, but with integrated road networks with railways and inland waterways, Assam will create further seamless freight corridors. Assam's proximity with the international trade routes, it makes it an ideal location for logistics hubs and economic corridors, further driving industrial and commercial growth. There are a few key features for a PPP mode that can be taken into consideration. That is, a careful planning is needed before both the parties get into it, so both the government and the private sector get benefited. Strong governance, transparency in the process for both the parties, and definitely a continuous collaboration to improve the policies. Assam has been very much investor-friendly, sir. That's why we are all here, and thank you. And we really look forward to such PPP mode partnerships in the road and infrastructure development. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonali. Honorable CM, sir, if I take your 2 minutes. Sir, firstly, after listening to all my several panel members, I really want to congratulate you and your government for taking such a fantastic efforts in the infrastructure creation across the state. Sir, if I may sum up the entire deliberation in three important heads. Sir, I believe that we need to continue on our multimodal integration approach, because if we bring lots of efficiency in the multimodal integration projects, we'll definitely see many private sector partners coming in and investment in the projects. We need to basically compete with the world. Sir, you have access to 80 crore population within India and the neighboring countries. So we really need to be one of the logistic leaders in the entire region. And for that, we need to bring more investments in the multimodal logistic parks, the logistic hubs, and especially on the freight corridor, which will bring lots of efficiency in the logistics sector. And the third point, sir, we need to have a logistic vision, which will be supported by having an infrastructure fund that will identify the challenging projects, the complex projects, which will bring some kind of a sweetener to the private sector partner to invest in the initial stage from the government and take the operation and maintenance as the traffic builds up as well as the revenue builds up. So these are the three takeaways from this particular deliberation. And with that, I would like to really extend my thanks to you for spending the entire 1.5 to 2 hours with us, and look forward for your concluding remarks, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, that was a very thought-provoking session, replete with learnings. Thanks to all of you for your kind participation. I would now request Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, to kindly deliver the keynote address and also to sum up the session.
Honorable Minister Sri Krishnendu Pal, His Excellency High Commissioner of Singapore, Mr. Simon Wong, Chairman Inland Water Authority Limited, Sri Bijay Kumar, General Manager Northeast Railway, Sri Setan Kumar Srivastava, Deputy Managing Director, AFCON's Infrastructure, Sri Giridhar Rajagopalan, President Adani Ports and SEZ, Sri Subrata Tripathi, Executive Vice Chairman Larsen and Turbo, Sri R.K. Bansal, Mrs. Sonali Ghoshal, Managing Director, Civil Engineers Entrepreneurs Private Limited, our moderator Adil Jaidi, partner in Armstrong Young. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first congratulate the panelists for throwing light about the various infrastructure related issues of state of Assam. Advantage Assam 2.0 is all about investment and infrastructure. I believe that investment will not come if infrastructure is not proper. And if we have a proper infrastructure, if we can guarantee that infrastructure, then investment will come automatically. Many journalists, many people sometimes question me that what happened out of Advantage Assam 1.0. We have heard Sri Sarbanand Sonowal, former Chief Minister of Assam, Union Port Minister. In Advantage 1.0, what we have achieved, few unique infrastructure. If we did not have that Paradip to Numaligarh crude pipeline, then Numaligarh refinery would not have been expanded today to 9 million metric ton. Amar Ohomor Bishekoi, Aji Amar Yat students Sokol ase, leading intellectual ase, Amar Ohomot Jiman Kharua tel ami utpadon koru. Ei Kharua tel khini jodi ami okol Guwahati Khudhanagar aru Dibrugarh Khudhanagarok diu, then we don't have crude for Numaligarh and Bongaigaon. That is the reality. But Aji Ohomot Sarita refinery soli ase, tar mul karon hol infrastructure. In long back, Barauni refinery solabor karane, Bharat Sarkare edal petroleum or edal crude pipe bonaisile to take oil up to Barauni. Aji, hey pipeline dal ami use koru for reverse oil flow to Bongaigaon refinery. And today, Bongaigaon refinery is surviving on imported crude. Likewise, Advantage 1.0, Union Petroleum Minister at that point of time, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan, announced that we will create a unique infrastructure of 1600 kilometer oil pipeline which will bring oil from Paradip to Golaghat, Numaligarh. Today, in the strength of that infrastructure, we are expanding the Numaligarh refinery, and we are also coming up lot of value addition projects which we have witnessed in this summit. So for me, infrastructure is very, very important. Today, you have noticed few landmark infrastructure projects has been announced by Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport, Sri Nitin Gadkari. We are discussing these projects in within ourselves. But we did not have official confirmation of these projects till today. Although we discuss about Kaziranga Elevated Corridor, Numaligarh Tunnel, but people are listening from Chief Minister only. People has not listened it from the Union government so far. But today, our Honorable Union Minister for Surface Transport, Road Transport, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji has announced a huge infrastructure projects up to rupees 55,179 crores. And what are these projects? The first one he's announced, Guwahati Ring Road. Now what is Guwahati Ring Road? Guwahati Ring Road will be, Aji ami Guwahati National Highway, we have seen that 6-lane National Highway today. Our guests can now go back to airport within 30 minutes from this place. That has happened because of the 6-lane highway. Now, we want to take that 6-lane highway to Baihata Sariali, from Baihata Sariali to Sipajar, from Sipajar to Kurua, Kurua to Narengi, connecting through a 6-lane bridge. Then from Narengi, we want to come again to the our 6-lane National Highway, first to Sonapur, Sonapur to Narengi, from Narengi to National Highway. So this loop, it will connect Jagi Road very close to Guwahati. Today, with the semiconductor projects in Jagi Road, it is important that the products in semiconductor reach Guwahati Airport in no point of time. Now from Sonapur to Guwahati Airport, there will be a 6-lane road. So Jagi Road to Guwahati Airport will be now hardly 40 minutes when this ring road is completed. And I am sure that once Sonapur to Guwahati will be 6-lane, we can make Jagi Road to Sonapur loop also a 6-lane in no point of time. Now, this project has been awarded. It is not that now this project is only in the discussion. This project has been finally awarded. And next time, whenever Honorable Prime Minister will come, we will go to Kurua and we will start the construction of the bridge. Now that project, a projectur karone, already everything has been done. These projects will see an investment of 5,800 crores. আমি বৰাক আৰু ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰৰ কথা কওঁ, কিন্তু distance, the road distance created a mental distance between us also. কাৰণ যদি আমি দূৰত্বটো 12-16 ঘণ্টা লাগে, তেতিয়াহ'লে মানুহৰ মাজত দূৰত্বও সিমান বাঢ়ে. We are sure that within this year or maybe early part of this year, the Silchar-Saurashtra connectivity, which is a missing part from Silchar to Lamding, that will happen. But tar pisoto, that road, jihetu this is on Dima Hasao Hills, it will be always prone to flood and rains. Aro jetiai dhumua hobo, borokhun hobo, Rasta bon hoar sambhavona sodai thakibo. So it is after a very long discussion, we have created a via media that how today we can reach Silchar, Panchgram in 5 hours of time. So today, Nitin Gadkari ji has announced a 4-lane road from Guwahati to Borapani, and directly from Borapani through a lot of tunnel. Bansalji has talked about tunnel through a lot of tunnel will reach Panchgram, jot amar paper mill asile, ami tate goi upostid hom. And on this project, this is about to be sanctioned. This project will have investment of 25,000 crores. আপোনালোকে গাডকাৰী ডাঙৰীয়াক শুনোতে শুনা পাই আছিল বা কেনেকুৱা but this is a game changing project, first express highway in northeast India. ইয়াৰ আগতে we did not have a express highway. This will be the first express highway connecting Brahmaputra and Barak Valley, and আমি 5 ঘণ্টাৰ ভিতৰত গৈ আমি শিলচৰ পাব পাৰিম. We have discussed about Kaziranga elevated corridor. National Board of Wildlife has cleared it. State Board of Wildlife has cleared it. Kaziranga elevated corridor will also build with an investment of 6,000 crore. But the next game-changing projects, will be the underwater tunnel. Ami bahut bridge dekhisu Assamot, but underwater tunnel through river Brahmaputra we have not constructed. Now, an American company has already completed the DPR. Ministry of Defense has cleared it. Government of India, all the layer has been cleared. Now it is in the PIB, and from PIB it will go to the Economic Affairs, the Committee of Cabinet. Hopefully all these things will be completed. I am sure that this is the next big project. Numaligarh aru Gahpuror majot 15,000 koti tokare 12 kilometer underwater tunnel hobo. This is what has been announced by Sri Nitin Gadkari ji today. Morigaon to Dolgaon, amar uddesho hoise Jagirudok ami Bhutanoleke connect kora through Bhairav Kunda. So we want to connect Central Assam with the Northern Assam and thereafter to Bhutan. Tad hydro ase, tad industry সম্ভাৱনা আছে. So আমাৰ উদ্দেশ্যটো হ'ল to connect Jagirod to Bhairav Kunda directly without coming to Guwahati. যদি আজি আমি জাগিৰোডৰ পৰা ওদালগুৰি আহিব লাগে, হয় আমি কলিয়াবৰলৈকে যাব লাগিব নহলে গুৱাহাটীলৈকে আহিব লাগিব. আৰু গুৱাহাটী ট্ৰেফিকৰ মাজেদি যোৱাটো impossible. কলিয়াবৰলৈকে গলে you have to go backward. So today Nitin Gadkari ji has announced that with rupees 3,225 crore, new connectivity between Central Assam to Bhutan to Bhairav Kunda will be created. We have a Bhutanese delegation here. I think this is a good news for both the country. Then Kamakhya ropeway projects. 55,000 crore projects has been announced today. And this is not announcement. We are following these projects for last 2 years. We know where the file is, how much it is traveling. So we are on the top of these projects. So these are the things which will be the product of Advantage 2.0, who will be game changer for Assam. But this is not what we are looking for. In 10 years down the line, just for a imagination, the same Guwahati ring road is also connected with a metro rail. The same Guwahati ring road jodi metro rail edi ami yak connect koribo paru, how much will be faster? If today Guwahati can be connected to Nalbari with a metro rail, how much we can develop this state? If today we can develop a straight like Guwahati-Silchar highway through a lot of tunnels, if we can create a straight highway between Guwahati and Dibrugarh, we can reduce the journey to just 4.5 hours. And this is our vision. Already, Ministry of Surface Transport, Road Transport has started working. Already the ball has been rolled to create an express highway between Guwahati and Dibrugarh. My idea is that distance between Guwahati and Dibrugarh should be reduced only to 4.5 hours, max 5 hours. And if this is the distance, then industry mati niute, we don't have to think anything. Either you can allot land in Dibrugarh, Jorhat, Guwahati, Assam, every place of Assam will be connected from Guwahati with a distance of 5 hours. And these are now durable. With the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, nothing is impossible. Moi jetia tunnelor kotha koisilo bahut mane mok hahisile je is it possible? But we have made it possible, and we have the capability and capacity to convert all our dream into reality. Now, what it means for the young generation. Today, Larsen and Toubro is constructing 16-kilometer world's longest river bridge connecting Dhuburi and Meghalaya, Assam and Meghalaya. Now there is a dream beyond. If this bridge is completed, thereafter, the Matarbari port will be hardly 5 to 6 hours away. That is another story we will have someday. But as of now, the bridge will be world's longest river bridge. Along with that, L&T is already executing another bridge in Sualkusi and Palasbari. Here is an announcement of 55,000 crores. I want the Amar, Guwahati, Jorhat, Silchar, Amar Engineering College or passed out student Hokole, instead of walking here and there, we should straightway involve with this future journey of Assam. Karon, Ohomot enekei infrastructure create employment avenues. Aji amak kiman workers lagibo, kiman skill manpower lagibo. Jodi 25,000 koti toka rasta Silchar leke ami execute koribo lage. Guwahati Dibrugarh ami road execute koribo lage. It cannot be executed without the skill manpower and engineers. Aji amar summitot youth people involve investor with the summits, but we are also involving our youth with the summits primarily to send a very loud and clear voice that now Assam has changed, Ahom poriborton hoise, we will have lot of avenues, but for that we need to improve our skill. Moi bhabu যে আমাৰ ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং কলেজ গোটেইকেইখনে কালেক্টিভলি অসমৰ ফিউচাৰ ডেভেলপমেণ্টৰ লগত নিজক ৰিলেটছ কৰাই আমি আমাৰ কোৰ্স আমাৰ সিলেবাস আমি আপগ্ৰেড কৰিব লাগে we should discuss with construction giant like L&T Adani that how we can improve our course for civil engineering, how we should include in the civil engineering concept like tunnel construction and so many other things so that we can supply that manpower. Once the projects in Guwahati will be completed, our young talents can join and do the projects in Meghalaya, West Bengal, everywhere. So I think our engineering colleges here from now onwards, we should think big. Amar 3.5 meter rasta keneke bonam, 5.3 meter rasta keneke bonam. I think this is not where we are going to stop. So more appeal hobo. They along with this investment summit, আজি আমি বহুতে প্ৰশ্ন কৰো যে আমাৰ আমি বাহিৰৰ পৰা মানুহ আহিব নেকি বাহিৰৰ পৰা মানুহ আহিব নে নাহিব that has to be decided by us. If we do not give vacuum, nobody will come. But if we create vacuum, then these people need workers. So vacuum আমি নিৰ্মাণ কৰিম নে নাই এটো আমি সিদ্ধান্ত লব লাগিব. If our engineering college start producing engineers for making tunnels, if our engineering college start making engineers for express highway, nobody will come. Rather, we are going to send manpower to outside Assam. So this is a call. Whether somebody will come from outside or inside, this is the challenge our academia has to take. This is the challenge our engineering college and our university has to take. After investing 27,000 crores, Definitely Tata needs manpower. If we do not produce manpower, from somewhere manpower has to come, because they are not making this project as a showcase. They have to recover money. So this summit, I think, will open the eyes of our academia, our eyes of intellectuals, and this is how we will proceed. Aji amar iyate Singapore High Commissioners ase. Moi tate goisilu, moi Okhomiyate koisu jani buji pelai. Nobody talks about emotions there. That people speak in Singapore about the future. The keneke future aru ki ase? What lies ahead? Moi hekarne moi bhabu je abegor jati etai amak nirman koribo nuare. We have to clearly charter a new journey in our life, in our history of Assam, which is realistic, which is futuristic, which is pragmatic. We have heard Sarbananda Sonowalji, what he said, that Government of India is going to invest 5,000 crores. And we have also heard our Chairman of Inland Water Authority, Sri Vijay Kumar, has explained it further, that we are going to make Brahmaputra, through dredging, we will maintain 2.5 meter of depth, so that we can use, we will bring ship repairs industry facility to Assam. More importantly, Sri Sonowalji has said that we will create an institute for maritime industry. Amar Okhomot Hagor nai. কিন্তু আমি যদি এই ইনষ্টিটিউটখনত সাগৰৰ কাৰণে দৰকাৰী মেনপাৱাৰ নিৰ্মাণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ, ক্ৰুজৰ কাৰণে দৰকাৰী সাগৰৰ লগত জাহাজৰ লগত যিমান মেনপাৱাৰ আমি যদি নিৰ্মাণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ, we can be a supplier of skilled workforce to the entire shipping industry. And that industry, that institute is now coming to Dibrugarh. So Government of Assam and Government of India has activated road transport. We have activated water transport. Yesterday we have heard Jyotiraditya Scindia. He has talked about the highway, because today the physical transportation is one thing, but digital transport road is more important. He has spoken how Government of India is going to invest for 5G and also data center, AI-driven data centers. We have heard him yesterday. Yesterday we have also heard Sri Ashwini Vaishnavji. Today Satanji has further reaffirmed whatever yesterday Minister Ashwini Vaishnavji has said. He has promised that there will be an new investment of 7,500 crores in Assam immediately, which will create a new railway line between Kokrajhar and Gelefu. There will be an advanced coach-making factory in both Lamding and Kokrajhar. There are a lot of announcements, new railway station in Guwahati along with IT parks in Guwahati, new railway stations. So there are lot of visions of Government of India to create that infrastructure. Moi bhabu that our new generation should take full advantage of it. We should prepare now a skilled workforce. Today we have seen that there will be MOU and announcement going by the size of Assam, that will be huge. 5:30 bajat jetia amar closing hobo, we will be able to announce that. But moi bhabu je iman jodi industry ahibo lage aru Okhomor lora swale jodi schoolot ajir course pori thake, will not be able to supply any manpower to these new industries. So our next challenge is for academic reforms. Today we signed two important MOU with ITS Singapore and Assam Skill University. Oil India has also decided to have a global skill center in partnership with ITS Singapore. So government of Assam's next focus is to create the skill manpower. Amar logot jodi skill manpower nathake, this announcement will have no value. Kintu jodi announcement thake, jodi amar intention thake ami skill manpower koribo paru, we can attract all GCCs and various other facilities to the state of Assam. Today, with the blessings of Prime Minister, everybody wants to come to Assam. Muk kaliu bahute koise je I want to set up a GCC, I want to set up a data center. Somebody has said we want to create a AI data center, but whether we will be able to give that manpower. Manpower to etu ahile nohobo, schoolot pohile mukhyamantrir power kiman, pradhan mantrir power kiman, rashtrapatir power kiman. Ami jodi hebilak pohi thaku, ami to goi AI driven data center kam koribo nuaru. So this conference call for a immediate overhaul in our education sector. If we have to mitigate unemployment, we have to overhaul our education sector completely, and we have to work dedicatedly for that. Having said that, the government of India, both railway, waterway, railway, highway, we have seen commitment 7,000 crores from railway, new projects, ongoing projects. GM Setanji has elaborated. New project of 4,000 crore from IWAI, 55,000 from National Highway. Their ongoing project is 31,200 crores, so we are not deliberating about the ongoing projects. These are all new projects which should be, and coming together, everything if we include, it will be almost 1 lakh crore of infrastructure assurance we have got in this summit. Along with that, our PWD department is also working, because capital formation, state is also doing. Our state is spending now 25,000 crore annually for the capital formation. This year, our capital investment will cross 25,000 crores, which will be again a landmark. Every year, we are increasing our capital investment by 10%. But that can be further accelerated. I will request our PWD department now to explore projects under HAM as well as under BOT. So giving BOT projects, HAM projects to National Highway, that means that we are giving our own profit-making projects to the National Highway in a simple way. So today we are giving the Kaziranga elevated corridor to the National Highway. But state can build that corridor itself, and state can get the BOT. It is a project of 8,000 crore. We can also invite private investment. In fact, during this summit, I have proposals from Adani groups and other people who says that we want to develop projects in collaboration with state PWD. So I will request state PWD that now time has come to move into BOT and HAM model. We can start with small and we can dream big. So this, whatever budget we give to PWD, that 5,000 crore can become immediately 15,000 crore if we follow HAM projects, BOT projects. So now I think my request will be to state PWD that do not create your basket in two ways. In the rural area, non-commercial area, let us put 100% money from the state government, but all the profitable road projects, we should move into HAM, we should move into BOT, and I think that will create more resource, more infrastructure for Assam. Then we can request Government of India to do much more important projects, and mid-cap projects can be done by our PWD department itself. So I'll request PWD to move into the next level, that will, from 26 onwards, we'll do HAM projects, we'll do BOT projects. So our capability is increased manifold, and we can also deliver more quickly. because our line, our dream is big. Next 10 years, Assam can sell a big story for entire India, and we should ready for that. Moi সকলোকে এটোৱে অনুৰোধ কৰিম that this summit will lay a solid foundation for a resurgent Assam, for a developed Assam, and আমি সকলোৱে লগ হৈ সকলোৱে একত্ৰিতভাৱে অসমৰ উন্নয়নৰ বাবে আমি নিজকে আকৌ এবাৰ উৎসৰ্গিত কৰিব লাগে। মই ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰি ফ্ৰণ্টত কিমান এমঅইউ হৈছে মই এতিয়াই ক'ব নোৱাৰোঁ, but investment front, all these announcements from railway, communication departments, from inland water transport, and from Ministry of Surface Transport, these are very, very encouraging. And if we can implement this basket, I think we can take Assam to the next level. So, সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো. It was a very important session for us. আপোনালোকে উপস্থিত থাকিলে মই সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো. 5:30 we will have concluding session. Industry Minister Piyush Goyal will come, and in that concluding summit we will be able to give a fast picture about what we have achieved from this summit, and of course detail we will be able to disclose after 2 or 3 days or maybe tomorrow, but today we will give you a short reports that how this summit has been able to attract investment and both infrastructure and investment. Aru moi bhabu that this will be one of the very successful summit we have. সকলোকে মই আকৌ ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো আৰু 5 বজাত maybe 4:45 আপোনালোক সকলোকে ভ্যালিডেক্টৰী সেশনৰ বাবে কনক্লুডিং সেশনৰ বাবে আপোনালোকক প্লেনাৰী হলত উপস্থিত হ'বলৈ অনুৰোধ জনাই মই মোৰ বক্তব্যৰ সামৰণি মাৰিছো। ধন্যবাদ। জয় হিন্দ। বন্দে মাতৰম।
Thank you, sir, for your visionary leadership towards the development of transportation infrastructure in this part of the country, paving the way for the region's development of an industrial base and enabling closer ties with the ASEAN countries as part of India's Look East policy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now request our esteemed guests on the dais to kindly step forward for a group photograph which will help preserve the memory of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we have come to a close of this session. Thank you all once again. Have a very pleasant day ahead.